Hello everyone, this is Katerina speaking, and I'll bring you the energy report for the new moon in Libra tomorrow on Wednesday, and the tune-in of overall energy dynamics and the light language to go with it, so you can make the most of those incoming streams of energies. And as you can see, I now do my video from home today for a variety of reasons. One of them, my guide said the energies in the house are more aligned with what I'm bringing in, because they're really cosmic, galactic now. And I had a massive shift in the house ever since I came back from my sacred holiday. So may these energies here benefit your highest and greatest good when I'll come to the light language activation. And wow, I mean, you may have heard it on so many different channels and ways already. October is going to be a big month. It's the preparation for what is to come next year. So it's kind of giving you a first impression of what this next year might be like. It's the energy of one, the new beginnings, entering a new phase. And in the Celtic calendar, it's also the end of the year with a Samhain beginning the new year. And it's a time for introspection. Yet this year, as we know, everything is different at the moment. We are still currently in Mercury retrograde, and I don't even want to tune into that. Part of me is like, let's just not go there. I'm a Virgo, and I've got 5 things in Virgo, so Virgo is also ruled by Mercury, so that always is an interesting time for anybody with similar constellations like that. And I think if you look at it with a twinkle in your eye, it always makes it easier and to see, yeah, we have, I think, still currently 6 planets in retrograde. Tomorrow, one of them is already going forward or stationary, and within the next month, so in October, out of the 6, I think 3 go forward, and then the last one in December and 1 in January, I think. And we had this kind of going within in this slow motion now for months and months. And that's really interesting, because it feels like, again, we have those different dimensions available at the same time, because sometimes I felt like I was on absolute speed dial and I couldn't process it quick enough what was coming in, and other times it was this really slow motion. And I think for many of us, we could say in the collective, it is more that slow motion process that's churning through those programs and belief systems. And this new moon in Libra is bringing us clarity. It's almost like this flash of sudden insight, of awareness. Oh my God, this is what I'm meant to be doing. And I also feel there's this fresh wave of high galactic consciousness. And living in, or having lived in Sweden, I really always feel, for me, fresh new energies is like a day where there's loads and loads of snowfall, and you wake up and everything is glittering and it's white and it's glorious and it's beautiful. So that's this new moon energy. It brings with it a whole lot of new, what is the saying? New codes, and they're not only fresh new information, clarity, it's also vitality. So all of us who are the way showers, who are those who really are, vibrationally speaking, on the forefront of the collective, for many of us, these last couple of months, year and a half, has been exhausting, because we are driving that energetic way forward. And with that, you know, when you're the forerunner, it is more exhausting, you know. And they just show me that picture with the goose when they travel long distances. They shift whoever is in this very first position, so that somebody else is taking over. And that's what we are doing. And for all of us, say, who are in this first part of the triangle and we're shifting amongst each other, we will get a boost of our energies, and to push us forward and catapult us forward. They're not saying they're pushing, they're catapulting us forward. That's mesmerizing. So let's see where we are ending up. And then the energy, we have the 1010 portal, and this year the 22nd of October, which is also the 10 if you add all the numbers together. And on those 2 dates there is so the new moon is preparing the energies. It's opening a portal that will be open until the 23rd, 24th of October, actually. then that's kind of closed down, and then the energy ramps up for the 1111 again, which is a whole other very extremely galactical portal, the 1111. Wow. And then we have on the 4th of December a massive solar eclipse, and then we have the winter solstice, which for me is this huge blast of white light, like I've never seen it before. The energy of the Christ light that's going to come in over the winter solstice and Christmas is extraordinary. And my guides said we are now being super blasted with light, and the reason being, as we all know, the overall collective is taking its time. We're pushing forward, we're running to the level of total exhaustion, but the collective is like a slower paced. And now the collective is meant to catch up. It's the desire for the overall energies to move forward so that a huge energetic influx over Christmas can come. And some of you may have heard about a solar flash. I think it was very prevalent last year, that there's a sudden flash of solar light and then it'll jump the vibration overall, and everything is happy-go-lucky ever since. And my guide said you could say we are having a solar blast now over a period of a couple of months, so that the overall energy is increasing. It's working through the density, and it's shaking it loose. And it's also a time of deepest, most profound healing. So some of the things you may have worked for your entire lifetime or lifetimes, it's right now really on that cusp, you know, where it snaps. All the intensity, all the work that you've done, it's now really like, whoa, it's cracked open in that period, especially until the 4th of December, and then there will be a little bit of a rest, and then it feels like rising from the ashes like phoenix into a whole new vibrational level. And I'm just tuning into Christmas, and I just see this enormity of white golden light, a bit like those twinkly stars behind me, but in a massive amount. And my team, as you know, I work with Ashtar Command, the Galactics, Inner Earth, whales and dolphins extremely strongly at the moment, different gods and goddesses. And the whole team, all the dimensions are gathered. We have a far more stronger increase of angelic presences on Earth, of galactics, really, really strongly. So all of you, and I've written it down, so they said the contact, the connection and the communication to galactics and higher dimensional beings is increasing. So it's easier to contact them, it's easier to connect, and it's much more advanced to have proper communication going. And that has also to do with our new chakra that's way up here beyond the stellar gateway. I call it the solar gateway. Tim Wilde calls it the solar junction. The altar major is processing it. The pituitary gland and the pineal gland are working together. So we really are expanding in our abilities to also receive those frequencies, and that our brain is able to translate the vibrations that we are on some level able to pick up. And then, so it is really, hold on to your hats, because it's going to be a wild ride. And it's like there is no time to even, how do you say it? There's no time to lay low or feel the heavy energies that's coming around, because it's almost like you're jumping on that train, or like one of those roller coaster rides, you know. As soon as you're in the carriage, the thingy goes over you and say, choom! And then it's just going on and on and on. And you're like, Christ almighty, where's this taking me? Why did I ever enter it? You know, that's that feeling. And it's going to be profoundly expansive, and the energy that I get so strongly, there is this downpouring of the energy of joy, and the whales and dolphins anchoring these higher frequencies in the oceans. And with this super blast of solar light and solar consciousness, enormous amount of codes are streaming in. Tomorrow on the new moon, I'm spontaneously being guided to go to the Lake District, anchor some really high, new, unusual energies tomorrow. So I've changed all plans to accommodate for that. And I feel like whatever we're going to do, if we are heart aligned and open our heart and soul for those frequencies, who knows where it's going to take us. It's going to be amazing. And so the energy of joy, of overflowing joy, of acceleration is enormous. I can really feel that. And you know, even if it's in your own pocket, even if it's in your own field, it may not be the overall, because the density of the collective is breaking down. But the more of us feel that vibration of joy that's so readily streaming in, that the whales and dolphins are anchoring, streaming and radiating throughout the waters, the more it can work and benefit through us all, and then shift the collective timeline. And what I also got was the reason why the solar activity is so immense is because, and they called it the higher collective, and in the sense, those who hold a higher vibration, they represent the higher collective. It's more a frequency thing. It's not more better or worse, it's just a different matter of vibration. And those who hold that higher vibration, it's accruing such a mass consciousness now, vibrationally speaking, that is dominating the timeline now more than before. And of course we have other forces trying to shift it, but this higher collective frequency is gaining momentum, and that called forth that intensity of solar codes coming in. And boy, can I feel it. I'm so statically charged. I needed a new hairbrush. I don't know if it really worked. I also can't sleep. I've got this teddy bear thingy. In the wintertime, it's warmer. I freeze a lot at night in more damp climate in the UK. And I can't use that neither. I really need to wear natural cotton hemp products, because everything else makes me even more static. I can't use a pendulum like I usually can, because my electric circuit is so super wired. So you may experience that in your own version. You may affect electricity around you. You may have more headaches, or you feel like, oh my God, there's so much going on up here. And that's the chakras that are really being strongly worked upon. And so they're saying, don't really worry about it. It will go up and down. And in my case, I also feel like I get the super blast coming in, and then I've got a lot of density to shift, and then I've super blast and a lot of density to shift. And that can be 3 or 4 times throughout the day. And it's massive stuff that normally would have at least taken a day or 2 to integrate, even in that super speed dial we're in. And it's now, Carolina, you've got 10 minutes, and then we bring the next download, and oh my God. So you may feel that equally. And without speaking too much, that the video doesn't get overly long, so you can enjoy it. See that hairbrush. I'll bring in some light language for you. You may wish to close your eyes to receive this. And I ground my energies. Iwianaya sakana sheashki sisina namaha waikini sisina maha shiwakikini iwanahamasa mi sisi iwakakana masa shiakiki na masa siakikina maha. Niwe na namasa, niwe ni masa kiwashka kana masa, se kiki masa, se kiki masa, asana, shiakanama, iwe kakana masa, miwa sasana namaha, se kiki inana mashaka sanamaha. Sia kiki namaha. Ni se kiki ine na masa. Shi kiki na iwa na masa. masa, shiwa kikina ina samai, kiwa nini sasana maha, iwa kana mashi, kiki sisina hi kikina, miwa siya nini shi sisina yamaha, kia na siwa nini hima, mia nini sanamaha, miwa nini sasanama, iwa kikina, iwa kikina. Niwi shishi nini sasa kiwa na nama ha kikinasa, li sisi na shiwa kanasa, shiwa kikina masa. Aka, aka, aka. Blessed be, so mote it be, and so it is. We had for a short moment Venus coming in, the Divine Mother, whales and dolphins, the elven beings, galactical beings, and they are preparing our energy throughout the different dimensions to help us receive these higher light codes, and in a very soft and gentle manner. And they're saying the more open you are to receive, the easier it is for you to really dive deeply into those frequencies. And they're saying be open for surprises and also surprise encounters, so you may connect with your guides in really unusual ways that you haven't before. And they're saying this is really how it's all meant to be. And they're saying the more you prime yourself for exciting times to be ahead, the more you hold that in your field as a higher collective and draw that into your field of experiences. So I wish you a most wonderful new moon in Libra, and may it bring you many blessings, love, light, beauty, expansion, and may these solar light codes have the highest and greatest and most positive impact for you. Blessed be, and until soon.